Hey, what's up guys? So as some of you may notice, you do get some gems on defenses. It's very rare, and you typically need a trap base. We can take a look at the attack history here, or you need to piss off the right person who's going to scroll a lot. So you can see this one person right here, he gave me 6 gems because he scrolled a lot and he wanted to beat my base for whatever reason. So most of the time, people don't give you gems. They don't use scrolls, they don't die, they don't resurrect, because gems cost real life money and they're very valuable. So that is why I've always told my alliance, and I'll tell anyone else, that I think that having offensive elite boosts are the way to go. Because you can win these platinum leagues, diamond leagues fairly easy if you have offensive style elite boosts. So you can see we're at 3,290, 500 medals in first place, and we still have a whole bunch of bread and things to do. So we're going to go raid. As you notice here, we have elite boosted archers and elite boosted cannons, which pretty much makes you damn near unstoppable. It is very powerful and very impressive having elite boost cannons and archers at the same time. You can definitely attack bases that are 400, 500 medals, even 600 medals. You still can die. Your hero is not invincible. So when you have elite boosts on, you do want to go after bases that have a lot of medals, so that way you can upgrade your alliance tower. So here we go. This is a tough base. 530 medals, 27 trophies in a smallish amount of loot, 163,000. We're going to go in here with this, and we're probably going to make it look pretty damn easy. Again, you can die. The hero does not have infinite amount of life. We have a gold boosting armor set on. For the setup, I like to bring out a Froster and then a couple of knights or archers, and then slowly start bringing out a couple of cannons. And you notice I'm using the shield spell instead of the heal spell. The shield spell is actually a lot stronger currently. And when you get higher up in the game, you have to kind of work together with your units, unless you're God League with level 100 King and all legendary gear. Most people aren't that buffed up. So you kind of have to work together with your units. And you can see the king is having a little bit of trouble. Snake towers definitely do a ton of damage. We're going to make sure we get our shield on those guys. You can't always baby your troops, but you do want to protect them as much as possible. And so the reason the shield spell is insanely good is it got an additional 2 levels compared to the heal spell. So before they were fairly balanced. Both the shield and heal spell had their benefits. Currently we still are using the old max level shield spell. I believe it's level 7 or 6. So we don't even have it upgraded, but we are working on upgrading it, and we're trying to practice our attacking strategies with the shield spell so we get used to it, because again, it is a little bit different than the heal spell. You see, you may be thinking we're cutting it really close. We're actually not. We have 20 some odd seconds. That's a huge amount of time. You only need around 10 seconds. Oh! But you can die at the castle gate. You only need about 10 seconds to kill a castle gate with elite boosted cannons and archers. But as you saw there, you can still die. So that was a lot of time, and I should have sat back and recovered just a little bit more for probably about 5 more seconds. And instead of losing, I would have won that fight. Because again, we had a lot of time. It may not look like it, but 20 seconds is a ton of time when you have a couple elite boosted cannons and elite boosted archers. So do not rush. Do not do what I just did and die right at the castle gates. The castle gate is strong. It is very, very strong. And then the wave troops that come out of it, they do a decent amount of damage, depending on what type of troops you're fighting against. So right there, the castle gate combined with, I believe, the Arblasters ended up finishing off my hero. So very, very poorly executed by myself. Ugh. Here we go. We'll take a look here. 655 medals, 38 trophies, a good amount of gold as well, 170. And this one is using the famous in-base design. So hopefully I don't die this time. But we'll see here how this one goes. So sit back, start up. If you can, you want to draw the elite boosted werewolf away from any other units so it doesn't howl and it doesn't make them stronger and faster. If you can draw the elite boost werewolf away from the other units, it makes it so much easier. And you can see this is why it's such a strong base here. His towers are strong. He's got lots of waves with high morale points. We're going to sit back there. And now we're going to just chill over here and hopefully recover some. So again, you don't want to rush as much as you used to. We're just trying to stay out of up. Unfortunately, too much damage from those fireball towers. So very, very difficult base to get through. That's why it's 655 medals. Even though we failed, we are still going to get probably like 100 medals. Yeah, see, we still picked up 169 medals right there. And still 83,000 in loot. So of course you do want to actually beat the bases so you can get into the Chamber of Fortune and get some extra loot, possibly gems, pearls. So for myself right there, we saw we had a lot of difficulty with the 600 medal base. We had a lot of difficulty with the 500 and something. So we're going to try and just look for like 400 and low 500 medal bases because we want to make sure that we win those fights. Getting into the Chamber of Fortune is critical. You get free bread sometimes, free gold, free gems, free pearls, some even hero gear occasionally. So it is very, very important that you make sure that you get into the Chamber of Fortune. Another way to do that is to not random your opponents and to make sure you attack your favorite list. So you can store up people on your favorites. You open up the favorite list. And you typically want to put high metal, decent loot bases that you can easily beat in there. So we can easily beat this base 484. Well, I shouldn't say easily because anything can happen and you can die. Being careless is one of the worst things that you could do in the game. Again, we're going to draw the werewolf away from the barricade. The shield spell is a little bit faster cooldown than the heal spell, about 1 second if I remember correctly. That's one of the big benefits of it. And you can see the waves right there are doing a good amount of damage to my hero. So I'm going to have to sit back and recover. And again, don't panic. If we would have panicked there, we could have died. We had little to no HP. Unless your opponent has nearly maxed out skull towers, you don't really have to worry too much about your units dying to a skull tower when you have a shield spell on them. And especially if you level up your shield spell a little bit more to the new max levels, you're going to gain an additional about 4,000 HP on your units. Again, we don't want to rush. We have plenty of time, 50 seconds, and we're almost at the castle gate. So do not rush. Before you had to rush because time was your worst enemy. Now they made the castle gate a lot easier to destroy. And if you are using elite boosted cannons, again, it is about max 10 seconds that you need to kill the castle gate. So here we are at 29 seconds, and we'll see how long it takes for the cannons to take down this castle gate. So 6 seconds right there, and I didn't even have a sonic blast to take down that castle gate. So again, we had 23 extra seconds that we could have rested, we could have recovered. We'll go in and attack him again. And here we go. Here's the Chamber of Fortune, which gives you extra gold, extra loot. And now we just shot way up in our tournament. Not the greatest amount of gold, but winning those free gems in your tournament are critical to upgrading your alliance tower and to making your alliance stronger overall. So over there, a slight mistake. Went right up to the barricade without even thinking about luring the werewolf out of there. Again, not working as much of a team as I need to be. My units didn't even have the shield spell on them. So we're going to actually sit back and recover some, kind of regroup. Because a lot of mistakes there. And you can see they're just very minor, but they add up and deal a big amount of damage to the hero, to your troops. All my troops there, my first initial spawn is all dead. Oops. And you never want to go face to face with those snake towers. Especially when you don't have your shield on. It's a great idea to practice kicking back those bombs at the skull towers. And again, relax and take your time. So you can see we're almost dead. So we're just going to sit back and chill. Heal up our hero. Summon out some more troops. Again, we only needed 6 seconds to take down that castle gate last time. So that's all we needed was 6 seconds. And unfortunately, the guys aren't there fast enough. So you can see a lot of mistakes, and that caused us to lose that fight. They were minor, but they do add up. They cause us to lose a lot of units. So as I said earlier, you are very, very powerful, but you can lose, you can die. A lot of it is timing. Practice makes perfect, and timing definitely makes perfect. So hopefully you enjoyed the videos. I definitely love the elite boosted archers and cannons. As you can see, we've also jumped up significantly in the tournament, and now I've pretty much dominated this. We're 2,000 medals ahead. Still have some more bread to do. We're going to go do some more raids later. But that's going to be it for right now. And thanks for watching, guys.